Good morning, I'm Ruth Damren and welcome to my classroom. In this classroom we teach students from K to 3 in mild to moderate disabilities. During the course about explicit instruction, it has truly gotten me really excited about teaching again. I could watch Dr. Anita Archer teach all day long. She is absolutely amazing. Explicit instruction is a strategy that teachers use to engage their students in learning that provides lots of practice and lots of active participation. Dr. Archer is known for saying how well you teach equals how well they learn, and that could not be any more true. One of the most successful strategies that Dr. Archer uses that I use in my classroom is I do, we do, you do. And what I like so much about what Dr. Archer says is that it's not always enough to do I do, we do, you do. Sometimes we have to do I do, we do, we do, we do, we do, and then you do, until they get what it is that we're teaching. Because just because I do it and then they do it together doesn't mean they're going to be able to automatically do it on their own. Her active participation routines, most of them are so easy to implement and the students react really well to them. I use the sit up straight, look at me, look smart all the time, and to see them, they get so excited because she's saying I'm smart, which really helps with the growth mindset that we want in our students, that they know that they can learn. We're also using the sentence starters that I have posted up here on the wall. So whenever we're doing our partner share or any of the partner activities that we do, we look at the sentence starters, and that helps guide them on how they can start their discussion. So we've got the sentence starters up here. Other resources that I have posted in my classroom to help me with my explicit instruction. I have the 16 elements of explicit instruction right next to my desk. Please excuse the mess. But so that I can make sure whenever I'm doing my lesson plans that I am looking at this and I can see that I am making it as explicit as I can. And another routine that she teaches and that I have used a whole bunch is the anticipate and remove, which I have posted up here because I teach on the other side of the room. And I can see that, and it reminds me, if there's a distraction coming in the classroom, like several times I have videoed myself for this class and to grade myself on how well I'm teaching, I can look at that and say, okay, I need to remember to anticipate that they're going to wonder why my paraprofessional is videoing me and why are the administrators coming in, sitting down, and watching what's going on. I can anticipate their curiosity and remove it so that they can then pay attention, and that strategy works amazingly. But to sign off, I love this class. I'm looking forward to using more of her routines in the classroom. I've had a little bit of trouble with the raising my hand and saying, okay, this is thinking time, and then the answer time. My students haven't really taken too well to that, and I'm trying to figure out why, and that's one of my goals, is to think through that and figure out what's going on and why they're not receptive to it. And then at the beginning of the school year, next school year, since we're almost at the end this year, I will readdress that and make sure that it is started from the beginning of the school year so that they get used to it more. I think maybe it's just too much change right now. So we'll investigate and research and see how that does, and I look forward to using all of her other resources and routines in the classroom. Thank you. Hi friends, I'm back again. Sorry about that. I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on the 16 elements of explicit instruction that I have posted here. The first one, focus instruction on critical content. That is something that in a special ed class that we spend a lot of time on. The critical content that relates directly to them. So I do feel that I have successfully worked on that. One of my goals was to sequence the skills logically in a way that makes sense to what is going on in the school year and stuff like that. So that is one of the things that I made as a goal, and I'm happy to say that that I've pretty much accomplished that. I've already started planning for next year so that the sequencing would be set up correctly. The third one, break down complex skills and strategies into smaller units. In our special ed class, we have no choice but to do that, so I know that that goal has already been met because we spend an extended amount of time on each skill and lesson that we're learning so that we can break it down into smaller pieces to help our special ed kids. So that one is going well. Design organized and focused lessons. I do a good job of that, I do know. One of the things that I never thought of was number 5, and that is begin lessons with a clear statement of the lessons and my expectations for them. It is something that I'm still working on and still trying to make sure that I do. And it is a goal that I will continue to work on because I know I have not fully accomplished that one yet. It's not really, I hate to say it, but it's really not something that I had thought that I needed to do, that I should do, based on my set of students. But I think that was me doing them an injustice, so I'm really happy about this. About being able to improve on the goal. Review prior skills and knowledge before beginning instruction. I'm doing a lot more of that than I was before. Like in math, we're doing time. A lot of my students have trouble with their numbers, so we keep reviewing 1 through 12 since that is so imperative to them learning the hour. Provide step-by-step demonstrations. That's all we ever do in here, so I know we've got that. Using clear and concise language, and as far as that is concerned, the language must be to their level, to the level that they understand what it is, and we do that. Provide an adequate range of examples and non-examples. That's another thing that I'm working on. I do lots of examples. I've always done lots of examples. It's the non-examples that I'm working on to help them understand and come to an understanding of exactly what it means and what it does not mean. And then provide guided and supported practice. Special ed. That's what we do all the time. Require frequent responses. I've got that down pat. Monitor student performance closely. That's, like I said, special ed, so that's ingrained in me already. Provide immediate affirmative and corrective feedback. We do that in special ed all the time. Deliver the lesson at a brisk pace, not so much. Like I said, I do teach special ed, and with that comes much slower pace of lessons so that they gain the understanding. So that one's a little bit impossible to do in my class. Help students organize their knowledge. We do that pretty good, and provide distributed and cumulative practice. We've got that down pat too. So those are the 16 elements of explicit instruction, the ones I've worked on and the ones that I am still working on, especially beginning the lessons with the clear statement of the lesson goals and expectations. and providing non-examples. So this class has been wonderful. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. God bless.